Hello everybody, this is Twin Flame. How are you today? Good? Then how's your New Year's resolution going? So far so good? Great! Today I'm going to talk about the cosmic karmas that the alien spirit souls brought to Earth from their planets. This type of karma is directly linked to the current status of the evolution of this universe. So, these cosmic karmas must be dissolved without fail. This is why their cosmic karmas are called the cross of the universe. They are carrying their own cross of the universe on their backs. Let's find out why they came to get such heavy penalties. Reading Captain Udeka's message, The Cosmic Karmas of the Alien Light Workers. There are no identical planets in this universe. Each planet has its own characteristics and has a unique atmospheric environment different from those of the other planets. Different planets have different forces of gravity and different planetary densities. The composition of creatures living on a planet varies from planet to planet. Each planet has different species of planetary inhabitants and different types of dominant species from those of the other planets. The developmental level of mature civilization varies from planet to planet, and the developmental level of spiritual civilization is also different for each planet. The types of light that a planet receives from the paradise are different for each planet. The vibrational frequency of light supplied from the paradise varies from planet to planet. The type of the protective energy membrane installed on a planet is also different between planets. Each planet has its unique journey of planetary evolution, so the characteristics of each spiritual hierarchy are different from those of the other planets. The administrators in charge of the evolution of a planet constitute the planet's spiritual hierarchy, which is located in the fifth dimensional astral plane of the planet. The Creator appoints the administrators of the spiritual hierarchy of a planet by giving the special thought adjusters to some of the administrators of the odd-numbered dimensions from the 7th to the 13th dimension. These special thought adjusters granted to such administrators are to be optimized for the characteristics of a planet, through which the administrators can organize the planet's spiritual hierarchy and take charge of the planet's evolution. The administrators of the spiritual hierarchy of a planet should set up the roadmap for planetary evolution and the detailed plans in accordance with evolutionary process of the planet. Once the planet's evolutionary roadmap and detailed plans are approved by the paradise, the spirits optimized for a planet are created and born in the 16th dimension, and they are placed in the planet's spiritual hierarchy. In other words, the planet's spiritual hierarchy is in its full-scale operation after its administrators optimized for the planet's evolution are signed, and then the spirits optimized for the planet are implanted. If the dominant species of the planet A is reptilian humanoids, then the atmospheric environment will be optimized in a way that can allow those reptilian humanoids to live on the planet A. The theme of the Tree of Life in the Light in the Paradise is involved in optimizing the planet A's ecosystems to be suitable for the life of the reptilian humanoids. Then, the spirits scheduled to enter the living creatures on the planet A are born in the 16th dimension and implanted into the planet A. These newly born spirits are customized to the planet A and scheduled to have maturing experiences on the planet A for their evolutions. Among the spirit souls in the other star systems or the other galaxies, some spirit souls can also be transplanted into the spiritual hierarchy of the planet A unless they have special issues or obstacles that prevent them from living on the planet A. In other words, the spirit souls of other planets can apply for the cosmic recruitment process for the adoption of the spirit soul onto the planet A. Then the spirit souls fitting to the characteristics of the planet A are selected through a rigorous screening. In this way, the organization of the planet A's spiritual hierarchy is established, and finally, these spirit souls can start evolving through their mature experiences on the planet A, in conjunction with the evolution of the planet A itself. Most of the alien light workers who have come into the planet A are composed of administrators in charge of the spiritual hierarchies of their planets. These alien light workers who are participating in the Terra project now were the parties related to the problems that arose during the processes of their planetary evolutions. In fact, there have been so many different types of problems caused by the administrators of the spiritual hierarchies of various planets during their planetary evolutions. There were numerous wars occurring between planets. The ecological environments of some planets were destroyed due to excessive experiments, preventing the creatures from living on their planets. There were situations in which some planets with highly advanced science and technology tried to imitate the Creator by performing inappropriate experiments on living creatures. Their improper conducts led to the destruction of the genetic information of their living creatures, or ended up with various lethal genetic mutations, causing the creatures to die away on the planets. Many planets in the grand universe were destroyed because they failed in solving the radioactivity-related problems occurring during the development of the scientific technology of the planet. Some planets with highly developed scientific technology attempted to make metallic living creatures, which resulted in serious side effects that caused the planetary inhabitants to lose their own intrinsic characteristics as living creatures. There are so many different types of planets existing in the grand universe, and the number of those planets would be more than that of sand grains on the beach. Among such diverse planets, many planets had their planetary evolutions suspended because they deviated from the normal tracks of the planetary evolution. Or some planets are on the verge of planetary annihilation due to their own contradictions. The most common problems that planets have faced so far are those caused by the imbalance between spiritual and material civilizations on planets. When a planet is set up for the first time, its own energy field and protective energy membrane are installed by the Creator. However, as advancing the planetary science and technology, quite a few planets tried changing their own energy fields or protective energy membrane artificially. Their attempts resulted in the serious problems that caused great pains to the living creatures on these planets, and their planets themselves came close to being annihilated. All around the universe, there are many experimental planets on which lots of experiments are carried out by the heaven. Many single or multidimensional planets are experimented by the heaven, and lots of experimental planets prepared by the heaven are operated for testing specific intelligent species. There are also many planets on which the heaven leads diverse experiments under various environments and conditions to obtain the information and data necessary and essential for the evolution of the grand universe. Among the planets in the universe, there are also seed planets for all types of intelligent creatures. From the point of view of the Creator and the heaven who manage the grand universe, trials and errors are inevitable. In order to reduce the number of trial and error, diverse experiments must be performed, and a variety of complex experiments have to be carried out on a single planet rather than performing only one experiment per planet. Based on the data and information extracted from the experimental planets, the grand universe is meant to evolve stably step by step. Most of the alien lightworkers on the planet Earth are not only the leaders of the heavenly experiments performed on their planets, but also the avatars of the administrators in charge of the spiritual hierarchies of their planets. There is nothing that happens by accident in the grand universe. Whenever heavenly experiments are performed, everything related to the experiments is to be under control by the heaven, and everything is to be planned by the heaven. The leaders of the heavenly experiments knew about the heavenly plans for such experiments and dedicated themselves to those experiments. The avatars of those leaders have been engaged in their roles very actively on Earth with the cosmic identities as the alien lightworkers. For the evolution of the grand universe, they performed the heavenly work as if it happened by chance so that nobody was able to notice it, and meanwhile, problems occurred. The alien lightworkers have the public karmas called the cross of the universe. The public karmas related to the planetary problems of the alien lightworkers are not attributable to only the administrators of the spiritual hierarchies of their home planets. The public karma happens inevitably during the evolution of the grand universe, but it is the pain of the Creator and the karmas of the grand universe that should be dissolved. In order to dissolve the karma of the grand universe, there is an administrative procedure of the grand universe that brings together all the karmas of the universe on a specific planet and then unfold them on the planet to dissolve all of them. This procedure is conducted when a major cycle of the grand universe is completed and the next major cycle begins. Such an administrative procedure is taking place on the planet Earth, which is the experimental planet, as well as the seed planet prepared for opening up the seventh major cycle of the grand universe. It is such an important event that must be organized and directed by the Creator, the President of the grand universe. This event is being held on the planet Earth under the name of the Great Opening for the New Heaven, or the Earth Dimensional Ascension. The Earth Dimensional Ascension, organized and directed by the President of the grand universe, is the administrative procedure for dissolving the karmas of the grand universe. This great event must be held in order to allow the grand universe to evolve stably and also to uphold the laws of the grand universe which have been set by the heaven itself. This is the cosmic significance of the Earth Dimensional Ascension. As the administrators of the spiritual hierarchies of the alien planets, the alien light workers are destined to dissolve the public karmas of their planets and to take responsibility for new cycles of the evolutions of their planets. It is the law of the universe that karmas must be dissolved by the parties involved in the creation of those karmas. The alien light workers have both personal and public karmas, which were made by causing problems that interfered with the evolutions of their planets due to the abuses of their free wills. Their personal and public karmas are to be dissolved in return for helping with the Earth Dimensional Ascension. In the process of the Earth Dimensional Ascension, they will spontaneously learn about the secret of the grand universe. In addition, the laws of the grand universe, which have not been known to human beings so far, will be learned and experienced by them with their bodies and minds. They will also learn and experience the principles through which the grand universe goes forward smoothly and naturally. One of the reasons they are participating in the Earth Dimensional Ascension is to apply the truth of the grand universe they have learned on Earth to their planetary evolutions and the management of their planet's spiritual hierarchies. Once the Earth Dimensional Ascension is completed, there will be rigorous evaluations conducted by the heaven about the performances of the alien light workers. The fates of the alien planets run by these alien light workers will be finally determined by the results of the evaluations. I wish all the best to the light workers from the alien planets. June 19th in 2018, Udeka wrote. His message was translated by Twin Flame. Thank you so much for listening.